more money doesn't give me any security because I'm counting already. When I quit my job, how many months I can survive? Maybe only few years. It's not sustainable at all. So at the end, I found out that it is not more money that I need. I need more passive income. So I realized that the passive income is the only way that can let us afford to quit our job.
Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to Mothers Inspiring Mothers again. Thank you very much. Today is the 5th episode of this MIM series already. Yay! If you have watched the previous episode, let me know how has it been for you. How is the sharing so far? Share with me your comments. Let me know how you like our sharing so far. And please feel free to share the videos with your friends who might be interested and might find the information useful. Today, I'm very happy to have Eva with me. She is a wealth coach and she will be here to share with us how you can afford to quit your job. Yes, her sharing will include mistakes she has made during the journey and she will help you get your clarity and prepare you a high level blueprint if you really want to quit your job. So let's put our hands together for Eva. Hello.
Hi, Wendy. Thank you for inviting me for this sharing.
Hi. Thank you for wanting to come up with me here to share. So when I first approached you, I thought, oh, okay. I didn't really know what you do, and you suggested maybe you can talk about this topic, which I am very excited, and I think it suits the it suits the current situation perfectly. Yeah, a lot of people after getting used to working from home, maybe they are more attached to the children already, and they would want to spend more time with the children, and they would want to make such a decision. So I think your topic is just very suitable for now lah. So how has the MCO been? You're based in Malaysia, right? You want to talk to us about how has life been for you, especially during this MCO, this super long MCO for you, right?
I hope you go on forever to me.
So you really enjoy your time with your kids, yeah?
Yeah, during this MCO, right, you will find that you have a lot of time to spend with the family, especially you are stuck. I mean, initially, during the first week, right, I'm a bit depressed because I couldn't go out. But after a while, I start to like already get used to the situation, and then I find that a lot of stuff we can do online at the moment. If we can do things online, why we want to go out? So, and the best thing is that you still can spend time with the family, right? So, it's actually very fantastic for me.
It's a perfect situation for you, right?
Yeah, I don't want to say that, but I'm actually quite happy during this MCO. Happy in the sense that I'm able to do what I love to do, and then I'm staying with home, seeing my kids and jumping here and there. Of course, there are also some unhappy things happening while I'm a bit struggling with the kids' academic when couldn't send the kids to school, and they were at home with you. Sometimes you just mad because they don't do their homework. Last
Yeah.
time, you still have a teacher to supervise them. Now the job is with me. So
Yeah.
that's the sad part. Actually, I think you can relate, right? You have kids as
Of
well.
course. Of course, I can really. I've been trying to get him to his homework for forever, But then every week the teacher call, and then the teacher say, "Oh, we uploaded the homework. We uploaded some extra activities on the app, but I really didn't follow." And he's 29 months old now, so the teacher, according to the teacher, he should be able to speak from A until K, I think, but he can only do
I
ABC.
see.
Yeah, he can only do ABC, and I mean, when he sings along with me, he can sing the whole song, but he can't really. When I ask him ABC after C is what, he can't really respond. So I mean, I'm trying, but I'm not a teacher, so it's not easy for us mom. And
Correct.
you, yours
Yeah.
are bigger children, and your responsibility is slightly different.
Mm.
Make sure they really learn, they really do their home-based online learning properly. So I guess yeah, the struggle is real. Yeah. So we have here
Yes.
Chun Chun Mo say hi, hello Mina.
Yeah,
Hi,
hi. Hi,
Mina.
everybody. Hi. Thank you for supporting.
Hi. Thank you for
Happy to
tuning.
have you here.
Yeah, thank you. Please continue to help us like and share this live stream. If you have friends and family who might be interested to know how they can quit their full-time job to spend more time with their family, get them to come in now because we're about to start already. Okay, so Eva, do you want to just maybe give us a quick introduction about yourself?
Okay. So, my name is Eva Wong. I'm actually a wealth coach currently, and I'm a mother of two kids. I have two kids, two daughters actually. One is 6 years old currently, going to kindergarten, and the other one is 10 years old.
Six
Mm.
and
And
yes, yeah,
yeah,
okay. Mm.
yeah, six and 10, 6 and 10, correct. And I've actually ventured into the financial industry not long ago. I've been in the financial industry for about 3 years only. And previously, I was in the construction industry because I graduated from the university as a quantity surveyor. So straight after that, I practiced quantity surveyor for about 11 years. That was my full-time job previously. After that, I decided to quit my job and I stayed home for 3 months. Straight after 3 months, I found that wow, it's not something that I really want. Then I venture out to the financial industry. Three reasons why I want to join back to the workforce. First is that this industry is flexible, so I can adjust my time to suit the family. And the second one is because apart from construction, I think the knowledge that I gained so far is on finance. That's why I need to try another industry. It's not an easy journey, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, so
So
you
that's my story lah. Mm. And
okay.
I hopefully because I have went through so many money struggle before, I really hope that with my knowledge I can help more people. So that's the third reason why I want to go into this industry.
Mm, okay, okay. So, but I guess maybe your job is your. You mentioned you are a quality surveyor.
I'm
Is
a quantity surveyor actually. Yeah, yeah.
is that a very high pay job? I've heard of this job before. Because if it's not a high pay job, so then the question is, how would you have saved so much money for you to be able to quit your job?
Yeah, actually, this is to a lot of people, it is not very high pay, but it's still considered quite a high pay job. And in fact, I save quite a lot of money through my active income, working at the full time job. In fact, my salary is already more than it's five figure. When I quit it, it's five figure. When I venture into this financial industry, even at the moment I'm not earning five figure yet from this industry. So definitely if I want to earn more money, I'm not venturing into this financial industry. I will just go back to what I want to work with. But because of my passion, I decided just to quit it.
Okay. Okay. So I know you prepare some slide. Maybe we just go through it while you do your introduction. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So our
Yeah,
audience, any comments, feel free to just type in, and you can tell us as we go along. If you have any questions, you can just chip in. You can just type in the comment box so that we know what question you have. Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope my sharing today will benefit you all a lot. I'm actually a wealth coach. I'm a CSP and a CMSLR holder. CMSLR stands for Capital Market Service Representative License. So I'm actually a licensed financial planner to carry out the regulated financial planning activities. So on top of that, I'm also a mother of two kids. So when Wendy approached me on this sharing, right, we were discussing what type of topic I can share. So then I told him that maybe I can share a bit about my story, about my motherhood. Yeah, I'm not sure whether is this related to you. Can you afford to quit your job? I mean, this is a question that was in my mind when I get married. When I get married, I told my husband that uh, are you able to earn enough for me to quit my job? I mean, I got married about 15 years ago. I don't know, Wendy, how long you have got married?
Only 5 years.
Okay, okay. Uh, I, I I was having this question in my mind when I got married. Then my husband is just looking up at me. I don't even afford to pay the wedding bill. I'm not sure whether you can really quit your job. So, I mean, this sharing is about my personal journey. So, this sharing will be particularly useful if you are looking to quit your job and live your life to your fullest. Either you want to have more time with your kids, have more time for your spouse, or you want to do what you love, like watching series, which is my favorite activities. You can go shopping, facial, massage, reading, singing, or even contributing to the society. Yeah, I came across this journey before. I think the biggest problem that one is looking to quit their job is they will have the thinking, they will be wondering whether quitting the job will affect the family financial situation, right? And then whether they not quit because they are afraid that the family households will depend on the employment paycheck. It's just my husband. Uh, what my husband told me when I got married with him. He told me that don't quit your job because I cannot afford. I hope that my husband. I think my husband is tuning in as well. He will be listening to this.
Hello, husband. If you're here, please say hi. Hello.
Hey, yeah, if you are here, please say hi. You'll be laughing because it's a very old story of us. And when we are thinking about quitting job, right, straight away the first thing that came to our mind is that do we need to adjust the family budget? I mean, I came across this journey. I found that these are the usual problem that one is having. And apart from the problem, right, we have a lot of emotional stress as well. So when we don't work, right, we feel stressed at home when there's no income coming in. And we are worried that it will increase the spouse financial burden. And at the same time, we might be feeling a sense of weakness because we are unable to contribute to the society. Can you relate this, Wendy?
Yeah, I can. I totally can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was really in my mind. That's why after I got married, right, we both of us decide not to have a children first. Why? Because we know that we couldn't really afford that time. We have no car, we have no house. We were even struggling to save our money in order to have a wedding ceremony. We got married in 2006, and then we saved about 1 year money in order just to have our own wedding ceremony. And straight after that, we have decided not to have children first, so that we have enough time to save our first chunk of money before we have delivered. And that's when I started to plan for my quitting of job. I actually dream of quitting my job when I have my first baby. And when I got pregnant, right, I get so worried about it because I was counting my saving. Is my saving enough to survive once the baby was delivered? That was my question in my head. And I was opening up my account book every day and then opening, just browsing the internet, checking whether my account is enough, how long it will sustain. So that time I was really working for more money. I worked harder and harder in fact I changed two times the job in order to get increase in salary. That's what I was focusing on. More money, please. So at the end, after having the first baby, right, straight away after the first baby, I realized that the expenses actually shoot up, and I was saving, right, depleting so fast. And in fact, that time I was putting a lot of money in the FD. I thought because it's just to sustain in case I want to quit my job. That's my story. But that time we even did not renew our tenancy agreement. We still didn't have our house yet. We didn't renew the tenancy agreement, just hoping that I will just stay at home and then move to another place. And finally, I realized that more money is actually didn't give me any security. I have a big cross here. More money doesn't give me any security because I'm counting already. When when I quit my job, how many months I can survive?
Yep.
Maybe only few years. It's not sustainable at all. So at the end, I found out that it is not more money that I need. I need more passive income. So I realized that the passive income is the only way that can let us afford to quit our job.
What is your turning point? What is the twisting point that made you realize that it is not about having more money, but it's about building your passive income? Because I think a lot of people, even like for me, before I quit my job, a little bit about my story. If you
Correct?
is this the first
No
time
problem.
you tuning in to me? So my story is because my husband has been transferred from KL to Singapore, and I had no choice. But I because I want the family to live together. I don't want to live separated with my husband, and I think it's important. It's more healthy for the entire family to stay together. So I decided to quit my I consider high pay job. So I quit my job in KL and I came to Singapore and lived with my husband. So now I'm without a job. And before I quit my job, that is exactly the point that you were sharing just now. I was exactly doing that, I was like literally counting how much money I have, counting how much money I have and counting how much money my husband have and he can cover me. And we were counting about all our assets and things like that. But now that you mentioned it is not about more money. So suddenly it gives me, I was just it's something very different. It's a new insight for me now. I mean,
Mm.
of course, I
Yes.
have passive income and all that, but I don't even know whether my passive income is enough or not. What is enough? Because now we're talking about my rental for two houses in Malaysia to cover maybe the rental for two houses in Malaysia can't even cover my rental in Singapore. So
I
what is
see.
enough? Right? Yeah, yeah. So
Mm.
I'm really curious to find out more. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Most of
why.
if you have anything to chip in, feel free to just type it in the comment
Yeah.
box.
Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you, Chumo. Thank you, Jackie, for coming in. Thank you. Thank you all the support. Thank you, Mina. Yeah, yeah. Just to answer back your question, right? It is the struggle is real. I understand that because we have planned to quit our job for the kids. So at that time, money is more money is actually definitely the focus. Why? How I realized that is straight away the baby was delivered, right? You will find out that you spend a lot of money on the milk powder, on the diapers itself, and then that time you were on confinement. Actually, I was just about to tender the resignation, but I know that I'm not really too good lah. Just because during confinement, the company is still paying me, right? So I was thinking, okay, what if this is my last pay? So I I I just feel hopeless, to be honest, it's like I cannot imagine next month I'm not being paid anymore. So that makes me realize that I need to create a passive income stream rather than having more money in the bank. It doesn't just help. The insecurity feeling just doesn't go away.
Okay. All right. So that is your twisting point, your turning point, and you
Correct.
realize,
Correct.
okay, from this
So
point
yeah,
onward,
if,
I will
if
use the money I have to build a passive income. Yeah, so that
correct.
grow on its own, and I don't even have to worry how much money I have in the savings.
Correct.
Okay.
Because we are losing a stream of income when we quit our job. So you feel so insecure. No matter how much money in the bank, it doesn't take the insecure feeling away. uh, that's a real feeling when I was so disappointed at that time, in fact. But it was coupled with a few more issues, which is not the topic of today. But maybe I can share a bit of it with you. I was even having a bit of depression after having the first baby, coupled with the financial problem, and then that time I was staying in a very small house. So with the baby together with us, right, I cannot actually handle, and I was suffering a bit of depression. So at that time, I made myself very lucky that I didn't actually tender my resignation before my delivery. That's the most lucky, and I went straight back to workforce. after my confinement. I couldn't stand anymore. But of course, this is nothing to do with the topic, but it is a lesson learned for me as well. So the first lesson I learned is that if you want to quit your job, right, first you need to really understand your psychology, whether whether you can accept of not having the passive income stream, or whether you can accept this little baby that have changed your life totally. That was my first baby. So in fact, there are a lot of surprises for me. But luckily, my husband actually quite supportive, support me throughout the journey. But that is also the second reason why I want to go back to workforce, because I at some point I want to escape.
From your baby. I totally
Yeah, yeah, but but not long after that, I regret again. I regret again. And day after, my story was that I changed another job because that job required me to work until 6 o'clock. After that, I changed to a slightly lesser working hours just to take care of my baby. But my pay was cut 40%. And I told myself, I feel so guilty that actually I'm trying to escape from my baby. And day after, I changed the job just because of the baby. But a lot of story lah. So let's come back to the topic now. Okay, so I mentioned about the creation of a passive income stream, right? So I just want to highlight why it can solve the problem, and with this you can afford to quit the job, is because with the coming income stream, you feel no stress because you know that next month you still have income coming in even though you quit your job. And with that, you were able to ease your spouse financial burden, and also you're able to adjust your time to do what you love. I mean, we do not really need to quit the job if we are not ready. Like me, I'm really not ready to be fully quitting out my job because I found I have any other things are better. So I just need myself more flexible so that I can adjust to my needs and also my kids' needs. Yeah, then we talk about the next question you may ask me is that, okay, you are talking about creation of passive income. It seems like so easy, right? So there are actually a lot of ideas online talking about this passive income stream creation. These are the ideas that I can Google. So in fact, the methods are ranging from having dividend stocks, having rental property, having annuities, invest in a REIT fund, or even some of the method that do not require any capital, like making YouTube videos. You know, now influencers they are making millions, and try out a free marketing and write an ebook. Wendy, I cannot see you because I'm looking at the slide. You have any
Oh,
question?
uh,
Yeah, in fact, do we get any idea from? You have any question?
if there's any question from the audience, you can just type it in. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah. So I
yeah,
can just continue.
yeah.
Okay, so it may seem there are a lot of ideas. So initially, I thought that uh, having various passive income is very difficult, but in fact, it is not. There are so many ideas to suit the needs for everybody. So I'm just going to share my tactics for my income passive income generation. Straight after my first baby, right, I realized that I make a mistake. I make a mistake by keeping money into my FD and bank, and I'm sure that it doesn't work for me because it will be finished very soon. So I start to invest more in property. I'm becoming very aggressive in properties, and thereafter I start to learn to invest in the Malaysian dividend stock. Initially, I am looking to get some capital gain from that. But after 1 or 2 years, I found that that's not the way to go because I'm still looking for passive income. So I changed my strategy for Malaysia stock from mainly looking for capital gain into dividend stocks. And I also venture into other investment opportunity like unit trust fund, bonds, US option, and also saving plans.
How do you plan so many things? You
Uh,
basically
it's
just
over.
put money and plan it, or how do you know how to do all these things?
Okay, because I was very desperate then because I was hoping to quit my job when I first get married, remember? And I planned for 5 years. I finally saved a chunk of money to have my first baby. And suddenly I realized that I failed. I failed in my first baby. And when I'm about to have my second baby, I told myself, when I have my second baby, I must be able to quit my job. So that's my second approach again.
Yeah. Okay. But
Yeah.
you
So
very. I see the way you invest. You are investing. You are very aggressive. Do you have a mentor with you, or do you just go straight in investing?
No, I just go straight into investing. That's why, if you are venturing into this investing, right? I'm going to share with you what are the first steps you need to do. In fact, if you want to make lesser mistake, you can get some mentor on this. Even property, if you like property, then you just go into property. If you like stocks, go into stocks. And in fact, I make a lot of mistake. One of my property actually couldn't be rented out, and I lose quite a lot of money in that one property itself. Even in when I initially invested in stocks, right, I also lose money. So the lesson that I learned is that you need to get a mentor, maybe get some teachers, learn properly before you actually venture into all this. But the most important thing is not about learning about all these things here, because I found that a lot of people, they focus a lot of effort onto learning about the properties and learning about the dividend stocks. You like I myself, I didn't learn from mentors at all when I first started, but I just take a little bit longer time. Uh, but in
You
fact, I
failed.
get there. I still get there. So
Yeah, but
I
because
would rather
you failed a few times along the journey. If you don't learn
correct.
from someone, yeah, okay. But you
Yeah,
learn from
correct.
them.
Correct, but I feel that the most important thing is not about this. The most important thing is that we need to take action. We just need to do whatever, whether it we fail, we stand up again, we do again, and we fail, we stand up again, and we do again. That's the way that we can continue pursuing our goal. If we want to quit our job, actually once we have the blueprint, right, we just keep on doing it. And I'm not saying that every time I buy a property is right. No, I've never got 100% right. And even dividend stocks, I've never got 100% right. Every time then I start to factor in the mistake. So I'm just showing you, these are my tenancy agreement for the properties that we have. Currently we have about 11 properties, and of course one or two of them are not rented out. And these are my constant stocks dividend.
Okay,
You
wait,
can
wait.
see them coming
For
in.
those of you who are impressed, who are impressed by Eva's 11 properties, can you type a wow here? Because I am seriously very impressed. Can you type a wow here? If you're not impressed, it's okay. If you're impressed, can you type a wow in the comment box? I think it is very impressive. How can you even have 11 properties? I mean, a lot of people, especially young people, even afford one or two properties, and you are talking about 11. So how do you actually play with your money? How did you grow it to have so many upfront down payment for your 11 properties? It is very impressive. Yeah.
Actually, if I tell you the secret, you will find that it's not a secret at all. In fact, and when I want to buy a property, right, I just go and search online, and I found that, oh, this is cheap, and then I call up the agent. And in fact, there is one property that I have never seen before until now, and it has been rented for about 5 years. Until now, I haven't been to that property.
Then
I
how did you do it? You just call up and then you put money, put down your money. You just transfer the
and Yes, yes. I just transfer money. And in fact, there's another property that I just viewed last year. I bought it like about 6 years ago. There are two properties I've never seen before. And one is in Kuching, where I fly in last year to look at it. It was my first time visiting that property. And the other one was rented out. So all the while it's an agent that's managing for me. So in fact, I was communicating with the tenant, of course, but I until now I haven't seen it before. And there's
Wow.
one property out of these 11.
Please keep
You can see that I'm like
at
crazily.
night. She's
crazy.
somebody, she really has that kind of mindset. She is very, very determined. Please give her a lot of life. Yeah, okay. So you have your stock dividends also. Yeah, can you,
Yeah, we have this is my second income stream where I invest in stock dividend, and you can see that the dividend is crediting into my bank every month. Even though it's random, but it's quite regular every year. So apart from that, I still have one saving plan ongoing, and other investment that I'm looking at is a bond that I'm holding, and also some unit trust payment in a distribution channel. So all these are my passive income stream.
so
So
did you build this along the journey or you build this all in 1 year, 2 year time?
no. I built it along the journey. In fact, uh it took me quite a while. I think about 5 6 years. Initially, I took 2 years to buy my first property, and then I know that time is running out, so I just speed up. And in fact, I think my mother maybe is here. My mother has warned me before. Hey, how come you buy property like buying the sayo in the Pata one, never see, and then you put money already.
买楼像买菜一样。
But of course, it's not a very expensive property lah. Those kind of and some of them I buy through referral, so I got some confidence in it.
Okay.
Okay, so just now you asking about the question, right? I know a lot of people will ask how did I do that? Actually, there's no secret, and when you want to do it, it just happened. So I'm listing down number one reason why people don't get what they want is because they don't know what they want. It's like my first mistake. You remember just now, Wendy? I told you about. I was so focusing on uh, the money, so I was focusing on getting more money in my bank account. Then that's why I got some money in the bank account. So if you do not know what you want and you are aiming the wrong thing, definitely you won't get where you want to go. Right? So I believe this. I think this is something that I want to share with the audience and the mommy because I feel that having clarity is very, very important, and the clarity will lead you to the power where you take you for action. a lot of a lot of us, like even I myself, I fail to do certain things. Why I fail to do certain things is because I don't have the motivation to do it at all. And the reason of why I don't have the motivation is because I don't know how important it is in my mind, and it is because we have no clarity. Yeah. So a lot of people tell me that Eva, I cannot do lah. You see the do is in the middle. I cannot do because I need to have something first in order to do this. Then I can be whoever that I want to be. But the sequence is totally wrong. In order to have something that we want to, like we want to quit our job, right? We need to start doing something. But why we couldn't be able to do that? It's just like the question you asked me. How am I managed to get all these properties, right? It's because I am already thinking that I'm having all these. I need to get to this. So I'm thinking like how people can afford to have so many properties in a few years. In fact, I'm not very successful. If you look at other stories, right, they're having like 50 properties, 100 properties.
Oh, okay.
Like
Those
myself, right?
are far away, too far fetched from me already. Yeah.
No, it's just that I understand the difference is that I haven't been able to think like them. That's why I couldn't have the speed like them. So the secret of this is actually you must start to know who you want to be. So the clarity is like here, right? I'm sharing with you the clarity. So when you know that who you want to be, and you will have the power to do whatever you want, and with the action, you will have the thing you want finally.
Okay.
So I hope you get some insight here. This seems to be a bit deep lah, but this is generally what I have realized throughout my journey of investment and throughout my motherhood journey. And okay, I'm just listing down the steps that you can do to get to how you can quit your job.
yeah.
The first step is what do you want? Why I treat these steps so important, right? Because I make two-time mistake as I told you, right, Wendy. The first time I thought that I need to have a big chunk of money in the bank so that I can quit my job. I was wrong. And the second time also I get it wrong. You know why? I thought that I really sincerely want to quit my job and stay at home. And straight after 3 months sitting at home, right? I have unlimitedly mopped the floor. Don't know how many times. I literally have nothing to do. I don't know whether you will clean your house. I'm just looking at. I cannot drop even one hair on the floor. You see, you
You're too free lah.
yeah, it's really too free. The first 3 months I said, wow, okay, mop this lah, mop that lah. Even the toilet, I don't know how many times I clean. I just feel that and
就是说好像你真的没有贡献，对不对？没有贡献，你没有。
对I thought that with my kids I'll be super happy, and then I start to talk to my old friends, right? I see how come they are so motivated, and then how come like I'm very useless lah. I seems like nothing to do. I feel I have higher level of sadness. That's why I'm putting this one. Please, before you quit your job, right? Make sure you need to identify what will make you most happy, not what you think should make you happy. So I'm putting the pro and cons here. Actually, as a mother, right, we don't really need to quit the job full time in order to just jaga our kids. I mean, initially when they are very small, yes, but when they are turning like 3-4 years, right? They are 3-4 years, right? They don't need to. They can do their own things already. We can start adjusting our work schedule and do something that we like. It can be bakery. You can enjoy with your friends. You can go singing. Wendy, can I ask you a question personally? Do you enjoy your self time? Do you enjoy your self time?
My me time, yes, I enjoy my me time a lot. So like for example, now that I'm full time taking care of him, I will find time to sing. That's how my page becomes singing mom. Yeah. So I find time to sing.
Yeah.
Find time to do things I want. For example, I do this talk at 10:30. It's because he is already in a bed, and I that is the only time I have to do the things I want. So I really think this is this is how I can add value to myself and how I can help other mothers. This is really something
Yeah.
I want to do, and I don't want to just take care of him 24/7 without I will feel like I am useless and I don't contribute to the economy.
Yeah, exactly. Like we make that before we deliver, right? We always have the dream to like say, okay, let's quit our job, let's quit our job. So we make them like a dream. But in fact, after the dream come true, we start wondering, is this something that make me happy? I would rather have my me time. I need to have my me time.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't see that in the very beginning. They don't see it when you think of 我一定要我不要做了，我不要做了，我不干了，我要辞职，我明天就辞职。When you are thinking of that, right, your focus is wrong. Your focus is wrong because you don't think of what you want. Because
Correct.
quitting
Correct.
is not end goal. Quitting, if according to what you are saying, quitting is not a goal. Your goal, whether your goal
Correct.
you want to be with your kids 24/7, then if you want to be with your kids 24/7, you need to question yourself whether you can tahan or not. Whether that is really what
Yes, correct.
yeah, if that
Yes,
is
there are a lot of things that we overlook.
you have to start something by the side, like you have to start your side hustle or whatever, right? And then you need to
Yes, correct.
for yourself so that you can also have your self worth. You can care for yourself a little bit more. Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes,
think that
exactly. This is a point that I want to convey, and then I believe all the mothers here will be able to relate lah. So we need to know what do we want. We need to understand ourselves first, and because why this step is so important, I will let you know because in step 2, right, we need to find out our own financial blueprint in order for us to quit our job.
mm,
Okay, you see, just now I mentioned that it's not about more money, please. So if you are now targeting for more money, please stop this. If you are focusing on more money, I can tell you can never ending. Once you let's say you get 500,000, you say not enough, never
yeah,
ending.
okay. Go back
Know
10
what I
steps.
mean? So this is, yeah. So this is already the wrong steps, right? So what's the correct step then? So we need to find our financial blueprint. What I mean by a financial blueprint here is just like a ways for us to reach our goal. So a ways is like when we want to go to a destination, right? We need to first key in the destination, then we key in where we are now in order to find the route map. The blueprint is actually comprising of our destination, our starting departure point, and also the strategy. Only with the gap itself, we can know how we can plan and becoming successful in reaching the goal. And okay, now I will be touching on this how you can get to your own financial blueprint. I've used my 13 years experience into this personal finance to develop this system called a 7-step improve system. It stands for identification on your current financial situation, ultimate financial goal, mindset, plan your budget so that you can spend wisely, review and reduce your debt effectively, optimize your earning and saving. Like Wendy, I'm sharing with you on this, right? You know, to be able to quit our job, we need to be realistic, right? Like you say, we need to have some capital to do some investment. We can't just start from nothing. So in order to get the capital, right, we need to look at the budget definitely. We need to spend wisely. Otherwise, we won't be able to save. When we are not able to save, we won't be able to even start to invest. And then after the PRO step, only we'll start looking at the value investing part. So it comes almost towards the end and the action.
So saving is not the ultimate action, but it is in the process. You will still need to save.
Correct.
You can use that money
Correct. So
and turn it into something else, right?
correct. So we need to be realistic lah. This is no magic. If you want to have more investment, right, you need to start. We need to start somewhere. Either we need to reduce our spending or we need to optimize our earning or saving. So that's basically the steps to go. So this system, I actually developed a course where it includes a lot of techniques, how you can reduce spending, how you can pay off your debt effectively, and how you can optimize your earning. Everything is in detail, and I conduct it also in a 2-day course on this blueprint,
Okay.
so that the students will get the blueprint.
Did you put the system into a course, an e-course? This is your e-course,
Correct. So I'm giving away 3 free e-course to the audience. Yeah, correct. So if you can help me to share these to more of your friends, and if you think that my sharing is really beneficial to others, then help me to share, and you will get a chance to win this free course.
Yeah, so top sharer today, you will get the course, and it's a very comprehensive course. Now she is only talking about the improved system, but inside the course, she will be going into each and every point, and the ultimate result will be you will be able to do a blueprint on your own, so that you know you get the clarity first of all, and you will know what are the steps to get you there. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I told you, I share with you my mistake, right? I spent so much time. I spent like few years time into saving, and then I also make a lot of mistake in my own investment. And if of course if you have a lot of time, yeah, you can. But if you want to have a more clarity, I'm preparing because not a lot of people are prepared to have this improved system, right? So I prepared a slide to show you how you can generate your own blueprint in a fast way. So the blueprint actually is from knowing your starting point, knowing your finishing point, and then understanding the strategy and tactics. So I have done an example here for the mommy here in order for you to understand more. So I'm using the example of passive income 1000 because I understand that by now you know that you may still want to work freelance or whatever. So you may not have your income totally stopped, and you know that your husband might able to support your expenses, right? So the expenses that you need may not be very much. So I'm just assuming that you need only 12,000 a year, which is about 1,000 a month. Okay, and with this, right, if you want to generate a passive income of 12,000 a year, if you're putting into a 5% investment vehicle, you only need to have 240,000 capital required. See, so 240,000 is very affordable to a lot of people. I'm sure if you are working like 3, 4, 5 years, right, you should be able to save this. If you are very savvy and you are very calculated in your spending, this number is not a big number that will surprise everyone. So don't aim to save millions lah to quit your job. So if you start to aim for quick save millions in order to quit your job, I tell you, once you reach 1 million, right, you will keep on chasing the second million, and then you keep on chasing the third million, and you can never finish.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah. So yeah, and so we now we know the final goal is 240,000. So let's look at what you have currently. So you need to identify the gap. The gap is 140,000. So the action plan should only focus on how to get this 140,000. Then at the end goal, once you get the 140,000, which is you will have a total saving of 240,000. Then you can just put this capital into the passive income generation tool that will give you the passive income that you want. So now with this blueprint, right, you will have absolute clarity what you actually need to do, and how I put it here also, how you can save the 140,000. If you are investing at 8% return, right, for 5 years, each year just need to have 24,000 a year. So the 24,000, if we break it down into months, we just need to save 2,000 a month. I mean, it's very affordable. If it's combination effort by the husband and wife, right? It can be done. We just need to restructure the spending, maybe get a bit more earning through working freelance or whatever, even venture into some businesses. You'll be able to generate this saving. So I've explained how you can have your own financial blueprint through that, right? Yeah. So I want to explain to you why it is so important to have the financial blueprint. Because the blueprint, you can see now it is a big picture in mind. So I don't need actually 1 million to generate 12,000. I just need 240,000. Okay, so in this way, you can also ensure you reach every milestone and build consistency throughout the journey. Even with uncertainty, you are able to go through. And what makes me going on and on is that I have my final goal in place. But at that time, the first time when I did it, I don't have the blueprint at all. If I have this blueprint initially, I would have done it at a faster pace. And as I say, if you don't know what you want, you can never achieve it. Yeah. That is the truth. Yeah. If you don't know what you want, you can never achieve it. And that's why when I start to chase for money, right, I thought 500,000 is enough. Then I find it's not enough. Then I can start chasing more and more. It's so difficult to save the end figure, which you couldn't even imagine what is the end figure. Yeah. And why we need to have our own blueprint is that everyone has different needs in different situations. So we need a customization.
Right. Yeah. Mel has a question for you.
Yeah, Ken. What did Mel ask? Let me go back to check.
You can see the screen. It's on the screen.
Correct. Yeah, Mel. Thanks for tuning in. Yes. It actually applies for single guy also. Because if you know your blueprint, exactly, it can apply to the single guy. But of course, you'll be needing more passive income. Instead of 12,000, of course, you need to have more.
Okay, so his end goal will be slightly different already from a housewife.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Correct. So why I put it as a second step? Because the first step is knowing what you want. So like for stay-at-home mom, we know exactly whether you want to work full-time or you want to work part-time, because the end goal is totally different. That's why if we couldn't even figure out whether we are going to stay with our kids 24 hours, we couldn't even have the accurate outcome.
So Tony said, you are insane.
I'm just sharing my mistake. I hope after you heard my mistake, right? Don't repeat my mistake. That's what I hope.
Tony,
okay.
So if you're one of the top sharers today, you will get the e-course for free. She is giving out e-course that is worth $397. So keep sharing, keep sharing. The top sharers will get the course. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so
Okay, so what if there's no blueprint? Why I stress so much about the blueprint? Because it's about your own goal. It's about customization. Okay, if we don't have the blueprint, it's like my first child, right? I was lost, I was confused, I was totally unclear, I was unsure. So I thought I can quit my job, and at the end I don't quit my job. All these are lost because I don't have the blueprint. And what is even more problematic is that we start to follow what others are doing. It's like in fact, I also, apart from doing investment, I also venture into some MLM company, hoping that I can get some passive income throughout the journey, but I didn't make it a success. So you see, I saw my friend are earning 5,000, so I go and follow what she's doing. So if you have your own blueprint, right, you won't blindly follow others what they are doing. You will just focus, because what you need to do is to get to your goal, and not like my blueprint is not the same. Definitely, like you don't need to like envy me for having so many properties, because property may not be suitable for you. You can just find something that you love. You can be doing e-commerce. I'm sure Wendy, you were having May online right tomorrow,
tomorrow, yes.
which she'll
Yeah.
be sharing how she does. Yeah, correct. You may be successful in e-commerce. So why bother what Eva is doing? Actually, what Eva is doing doesn't may not suit you. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Once you have your blueprint, you have absolute clarity. What is your strategy and what is your tactics?
Yep.
So, yeah, just a little bit of advertisement time for me. So this is what my students say actually after they attending my course and my workshop. So, this is a guy, actually a couple. They say throughout the program, they have learned to manage their finances better and how to generate passive income, which eventually leads to financial freedom. And I have a client here as well who is also a mother. And you can see that she said, I finally see the clear picture of my debt, and I went back to sort out my debt, my insurance policy, and set my budget and jar system. Initially, when I told her that her blueprint is that she must be able to save 3,000 a month. Do you know that time he told me it's impossible. I can only save 100 a month. But she in fact achieved that already. You can see, and now not only I settled all my debt, and I can really pay 3,000. So you can see how important is a blueprint. It just looks like magic.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
powerful.
and yeah, this is my student that attending the improved system. It's in Chinese, so I just translate it. Uh, yeah, the students say that after having this course, he is having more clarity on his financial situation, and he's able to take action. He knows what type of action to take, and see the action, what the student needs to do to achieve the financial freedom and not easily being influenced by others. So you can see this. Why we need to have this blueprint is that we don't want to follow what others do. We want to find our own way, and we don't want to lose money as well by purely blindly following others. So we need to find our blueprint. So I think that's the end of my sharing. I hope it actually benefit you a lot. So if you want to know more about this 7-step improve system, which can fast track to early retirement, you can contact me via my Facebook, or you can also like my page, because my page I will also post a lot of useful information on and off, and you can get it for free. Yeah, and of course, just now I show you how we can do your blueprint as well without actually enrolling in my course. If you want to enroll in my course, it's just to fast track it. You can still do it yourself without the cost. So I show you, you just need to like save your expenses and do more saving and start to do some investment. So that's the thing.
So, for the audience today, if you have any questions, please type your question in the comment box. And if you have any comments at all, or if you have any feedback about our sharing, please also let us know. Type in the comment box. Or yeah, those of you who like Eva sharing today, can you give her many likes and love now, and say thank you. I really think it's insightful. Personally, finally, I think I really thank you, Eva, for being here today with us. I think it's very important because I being in that shoes now, I really need to get that clarity, and this is when I will plan my blueprint a little bit better. Thank you, Eva. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you.
you for tuning in to us again.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for supporting me and tuning in. Thank you.
Yeah, Eva, any last word for the audience, for those who want to quit their job?
Uh, like I say, there are two steps. Before you jump into it, better get clarity and really know what you want to do. And actioning is not hard once you really know this is what you want. Mm.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Have a good night.
Yeah. Good night. Good night, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.